What's going on, Z Warriors? MrWaffles here. We're here with a training room battle between my Saiyan Vegeta and Namekian Nail. Obviously, all set too, because you see Nail. So we're gonna see how this matchup plays out. Nail's a very beat down kind of deck. It's like damage with his power, like constant just damage, So whether you stop it, you take a damage. When you play a Dragon Ball, you mill one. So it's just like damage and damage outside of damage. So we'll see what we got here. Did I shuffle? I believe I did. I don't think I shuffled. Didn't shuffle. So I only played two of these, I think. So, uh, so hence why these two same cards were um, next to each other. So we got some really good stuff here. I want to save this for the overtime, but stare down was really, really good to hold on to. So, thing with this deck is if you get Wall Breaker, it's pretty much game. Sadly, I don't see how much anger, not so much. I mean, not anger gain. I don't see how much damage I can really do outside of a Gallic Gun because Vegeta's at B, so he can still level up, and I'm just stuck here with Vegeta level 1. So and also, just want to give a couple of shout outs. Let's see. We got so the person I'm playing Necrophase is also connected to Dragon Ball Radio and MANABEAST. So shout out to these two groups who are helping the DBZ community grow. And also just give a shout out to DBZ Foils just because they have some really cool stuff and I'm buying some nice foils from Daryl. So shout out to DBZ Foils, MANABEAST, and DBZ Radio. So we're gonna enter combat. So we're gonna lead in with the stare down and see if we can try and get some hit effects off with this. This is 2 anger, but hits potential 3, and then hopefully I can level up before if he does play Wall Breaker. And he does play Wall Breaker. So we're getting rid of that Wall Breaker ASAP because we would just simply have lost, I think, from then on. Because again, you only have 4 cards to work with, so you have to try and deal critical damage with 4 cards, and you have to hope that they're all attacks. So it's gonna do 4 life. And he also has visiting. So I know he has a hybrid defense, so we're not gonna use the spin kick yet. We're gonna use this. And then we're gonna use this to lower the anger and level up. So he has a right throw and I think a visit in the past, so you can definitely visiting for that wall breaker again, but I had to play it now. And I don't mind being stuck at 2 because you just keep using a physical attack over and over again, so it's gonna do he's at 5, okay. And then we're gonna spin kick. So it's just gonna do 3 stages, I believe. He's at C, so 3. And then it hits, so we level up. So at least we got out of level 1 before we got wall breakered. Then we Vegeta for 4. So yeah, usually I move over his stuff because it usually like, covers the attack table, but you get an idea of what the power stages are at. So as long as this is not covered, the actual numbers, it's all gravy. So we're just gonna try and go in on him, just because we don't want him to gain stages. We just want to keep him low and just be aggressive. So he's gonna pop the visiting, either get a wall breaker or hybrid defense or something. If it's wall breaker, then we definitely use the spin kick to lower his anger. And raise mine too, while I can. So he's at B. So I think 5 stages. That's what I believe. And again, sorry for any lag that you may be experiencing. Um, I have to try and figure out what I should do with this computer to try and make it run smoothly, so I can give you guys some good content where it's not glitchy or any interruptions in between. So if you're experiencing it, again, I'm sorry. Hopefully it doesn't pass too long. I'm not sure if the software I'm using, which is Microsoft Screen Capture. I do have OBS, but I have to try and set it up properly because it wasn't really working for me. So I'm gonna get with a couple of my friends and try and see if that's a better alternative than this one, and hopefully it can solve the lag issue. But just to talk about in game, so we know he has the wall breaker, and it's not impossible to do crit because I'm at level 2, but it's something that I have to try and do soon. So and okay, he did that. So he's not using the wall breaker yet. So he's probably gonna get Nails Dash and Attack, which deals a crit. The thing is, what I'm trying to do here actually is one of two things. If he gets Nails Dashing Attack, I'm probably gonna pass because he's gonna lower my anger, which force him to use the Nail Dashing Attack, and then I will use probably saying Dive and Punch, um, just because I figured this can deal more. This has more of a chance to crit with the Wall Breaker, so pass. So now if he passes, he has to either discard Wall Breaker or discard Dash and Attack. So he's gonna play one of them, or even use Nail's Power. Even so, I'll still just pass. So because Vegeta hit, this is gonna get the buff. So the crit to lower the anger, and it's gonna do 4. It's so cool that Overtime can search for that because it's an energy combat, but it's a physical attack, so it can kind of throw you off a bit. So now we use this because we gain some stages as well if it hits. So he's at 0, B to, so an extra 2, so 5 stages. And I could rejuvenate it and gain another anger. Because he's deciding if he wants to use Endurance or not for the crit. Or anger. So we go to 9. So he doesn't decide to Wall Breaker, I guess, because of the crit. So we're just going to use the Saiyan left kick and level up. Plus with the buff from Vegeta too. So it's going to be a lot of damage. And I don't mind staying at this, being Wall Breaker definitely. 4, so 8 life, 11, 12 life, and 12 life, 1, 2, 3, 3 stages, 16 altogether. 16 total. Because he's at 0, so D to 0 is 4, so that's 8, plus Vegeta 3, so that's 11 life, plus the plus 1 from here, so that's 12. Stages, 3 from here, so that's 15, and that's 16. I mean, this would have probably been a crit anyway, so that's why I was, you know, this would have been the last card I play if he decided to Wall Breaker me. So at the end of the day, oh man, I get Wall Breaker at level 3 Vegeta, where everything is +3, +3. Sad day for me. Now he plays it. At this point, it's a little bit too late. Um, so I don't mind being at 3 compared to Vegeta 4 at all. So he probably had a really bad hand. Some energies couldn't use. 2 onslaughts. Ooh, rough. Well, at least he can pass and rejuve, you know. Oh, nice. This is some good stuff we got here. So we got the sphere, so if he has time, it's irrelevant. Um, and this can't be stopped, so we're going to lead in with this. And I'm going to draw a card out of it as well. So we're going to enter for sure. Like, this card's just amazing. So I can gain anger, but I can well, still raise. I just can't gain anything. So he's at B, so D to B is an extra 3. So 3 stages, 6 stages, and 3 life. 6 stages and 3 life. Because this doesn't stop my mastery from making all my Saiyan style cards raise my anger. I just won't gain any. Stop my mastery from. If Wall Breaker stops the Saiyan style mastery, that's just broken. That's even a better card than I always thought. Everyone thinks it's whatever. You know, my knowledge is by comparing to two. I mean, one says gain and one says raise, so I'm not sure if there's any stipulation between the two. Um, but this says all my Saiyan style attacks gain, raise my anger 1 level. So I would raise it, but I can't gain it. I mean, I know the card is good, but hopefully it's not that good, because that's just disgusting. So we're just gonna wait on retro for the result of that question. But in the meantime, so where we are at now, I'm at 44 life. He's at 23, so basically almost 20 card differential. And this attack that cannot be stopped. I'm going to draw a card out of it, and it's going to do 6 stages because it's D to B is 3, so 6 stages and 3 life. So hopefully with that we can get a crit, but if not, it's not the end of the world because we're on Vegeta 3. So, but you guys saw that he had the wall breaker when he drew it, and luckily I had to stare down because if he just played that on me and I didn't stare down, I wouldn't be here. At least at Vegeta 3. Definitely not. Been a totally different game just from that one card, this one card. Because villains right now doesn't have a clear cut out like heroes do with Focus Assault. So you have to manually go into combat and hope your opponent has bad hand. Again, I made a discussion about Wall Breaker. You guys can check out that video, which I'll put in the link with this. And just to show you that, a lot of people think Wall Breaker is situational, but the situation is always present. Even if it's dead against certain decks, it's not situational because you can just play it and it just attaches. It doesn't have to hit. So it doesn't require any extra setup other than drawing the card itself. But for all the outs to Wall Breaker is more situational because you need the right cards and you have to make sure your opponent doesn't have the right cards and make sure that they don't endure. So I feel that the outs to Wall Breaker are more situational than the card itself when people say that Wall Breaker is situational, which I think it's not. Because right now I don't have a Gallic gun. So if I was at level 1, I would have to hope for a Gallic gun. And all my stages, all my attacks are doing crap, and I have to just like enter with a 4 card attack hand, and hopefully that can crit. Which means that I don't also have the defense, um, so you know what I mean. I feel that the card's just really good. So again, a little bit of lag, but yeah, crushing beam shuffles back 3 extra. I mean endurance 2, cost 3, sure, but um, shuffles back in. So in the Namekian is pretty cute because you get a free anger out of it, and 6 life, all damage is banished. Is pretty good. So I like that choice in this deck for sure. I'm just hoping to see what I can get out of the draw from this card right here. So set 2 brings a lot of diversity, a lot of insane combinations of decks that we never really saw in set 1, because it's only set 1. You only have a limit of cards. So I just think this set 2 really breaks the game and opens in a good way, and opens a huge variety of decks and playstyles and playability. So if you know someone that doesn't play this game, you should definitely tell them about it. It's a really good game. There's a ton of different characters to choose from and tons of different colors or styles, I should say. And it's just non-stop creative deck building, which is very huge in this game and compared to other games. So I just really like this game a lot, and hopefully it's going to be here for a while. Alright, so he's taking some damage, so that means that the lag is kind of freeing up right now, slowly, but hopefully I can end it soon, so that way we don't have to go through any more of this lag for you guys. And I say it over and over again, I apologize for it. And if you guys also know any good software that I can use to help me, please by all means just put in the comments below, in which case get you're also in the running for some packs. So people that comment on my channel, um, at the end of the week, which I'm going to start this week, um, I'm going to put in a raffle, and that person would get a free pack shipped to them. Free shipping, everything's on me. Just for being active on my channel and being a part of it, because I want this to grow. You guys are all Z Warriors. We're all in this game together. So, you know, that's just one thing I will definitely do for you guys being a part of my channel and my community. And I want to return the favor. And also, I've been having a lot of disconnection issues. So I'm going to, hopefully, it doesn't happen this game. I just know that I need to um, get like a new modem or something, just a faster connection, better connection, so these things don't happen. Because usually what happens is I'll be playing and also I disconnect, so which seems like I'm getting the notification uh, lag. So to know that it was all lag, if I want to play it out, I definitely would. So nail for 2. 1, 2. Now we're gonna go with cute rapid slam. And if it hits, okay. Move to the bottom. So it's just gonna do 3. Then we're gonna play this. Vegeta's so weak. I'm at C and he's at B, so an extra 2 stages, so 5, 8 stages and 5 life. So 8 stages and 5 life. 6. Was 8 stages. Not sure if that was 8 stages and 5 life. So he had 5. This is 2 plus that. So this is definitely a crit. And we get rid of the wall breaker. Banish this card. And we'll gain 3 stages. And we're going to pass as well. We're going to keep the sphere. And the wall breaker is banished. Haven't seen some Dragon Ball, so I expect them to come out soon, just to start milling me away. Yep, there's one. So right now the only thing I'm worried about is like hybrid defense and time, which would really foil my plans. But if we take a look here, 1 hybrid, 2 hybrid, all 3 hybrids are gone. Knee block, 1, 2, this thing. So he has 2 of the 1 knee block in there and 1 of that. So, and we mill another card. And the notorious DB7. That was 4. Yep. So hybrid defense. If I can get another one of these sane grabs, that would be great. Probably like 2 hybrid defense and a knee block, I assume, or something. With Nail, it's definitely slower in the sense of anger gain compared to Piccolo. Then again, if you want, I guess, want to make it some kind of anger deck, I haven't really seen someone go to Piccolo level 3 before, to be honest with you. It's usually a stay at 1, sometimes get to 2, but never seen 3 or 4 actually in play. So that'll be cool for someone to make like a Piccolo deck that sorry, Nail deck that levels up to other levels just to see what they do. But I mean his level one's amazing, so and another wall breaker. I mean, I'm not sure if wall breaker is really the best choice. Then again, I'm not sure if he plays all 7 Dragon Balls where he wants to um, DB2 to lower me down and then wall breaker me, which I can see happening. But I mean, to um, I mean that's the only explanation I can really see it being. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna enter because we have stare down in this, and I know what his 3 cards are. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna play. Uh, let's see. If I'm just thinking that if I don't know his other card is, the mysterious card. If it's a DB2 or what, but even so, I guess the best thing to do is to go with stare down, just because if he DBs to me, I can just go to Vegeta 2 and all that jazz. But yeah, so we'll stare down. And he has time and hybrid defense. So we want to get rid of the time. Yes, he didn't use DB5. We'll get rid of hybrid defense. The way I think is just I always think of like steps ahead. If I get rid of hybrid defense, he can rejuvenate it via DB5 and gain 2 anger and level up. So there's a lot of things to think about, to know that time will be a problem later. So I guess we'll get rid of the hybrid defense. So if he doesn't radar into DB5, or I don't know what he's gonna do. If he radars into DB5, then he'll just rejuvenate the hybrid defense. Or he can bring me back down to 2 and I'll be 5 above. So there's a lot of things. Okay, he decides just to attack. So I guess he's going to be pretty upset once the sphere comes down. So we want to do this now just in case he does decide to DB2. And we're going to sphere that. So hopefully that might be game. And the Dragon Ball goes at the bottom. So he's at B. D to B is extra 3. So 6 stages, 9 stages, 3 life. 9 stages, 3 life before DB6. So it'll be 7 stages and 3 life. 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, and 3 life. 1, 2, and that's a crit. Then we'll just, you know, take Dragon Ball 7. Time is kind of predictable. If you haven't seen it, you know that they probably are holding on to it, so it's like late game is pretty predictable if you haven't seen it, so that's the reason I didn't get rid of time. It wasn't because I had the sphere. I mean, that was the prime reason, but I could have spared the hybrid defense. But I just stared down um, the hybrid defense instead because, uh, again, I'm thinking it's either he uses the radar to DB2 me so that way he doesn't take more damage, or he can potentially level up because he gets DB5, I mill one, and then he rejuvenates the time anyway, and then I have to worry about it again. So, yeah. Nope. Okay, so I have to play it out. But I think he has to do one more. I think you need to take one more life. Or I can get 7 and um if I get 7, um he mills another 3. But he can still probably win by ball, so I think the best thing to do is to get 3. Because he can, with this game, it's never um, over until literally uh, until it's over. So I'm keeping the stare down again just in case he decides to radar into DB5. I can, whatever he draws, I can just snip. And we're gonna lower his anger. So again, DB5 will also give him stages. So can help him out there in that aspect. And he can also rejuve this, so again, I don't want to get too cheeky and get overconfident because, I'm not sure how many nail dashing attacks are, but he can just take back the Dragon Ball and just draw like 3 Dragon Balls or whatever and just, win or. So he decides to DB2 me. And I'm trying to think what he had I forgot what he had, but I'll just stare down again. Really can't remember. A wall breaker, that's what it was. So, get rid of the attack. And no need to get fancy or anything, so we're just gonna play this. And just take DB7. So he has to take the damage first. So I think he only has Dragon Balls. I mean, it wouldn't be over because he destroys 3, and but they're all Dragon Balls, so I think with destruction of Dragon Balls, they just go at the bottom. So this is still on the table, and I guess we'll put this, this. Then we'll gain, and then we'll choose Vegeta for game. But now now he has to take damage and they're all Dragon Balls. So yeah, so that was Saiyan Vegeta. As you can see, stare down was so clutch every time I played it. When he had the wall breaker. Yeah. So yeah, so even if you feel like you're in the lead, just never know. Just remember to always try and don't take any chances, don't take anything for granted. Just make sure you play and make sure that you just do it till the very end. Don't think, oh, he can't beat me because of this, and all of a sudden things turn like that and it's over. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you guys again want to play against me, I'm MrWaffles on Octagon. Um, if you guys have any requests for a certain deck you want me to play, or you know anything like that, just again comment in the video below and just let me know, and I'll be more than happy to play you guys. So until next time, Z Warriors, again, shout outs to MANABEAST, shout outs to Dragon Ball Z Radio, I believe, and also shout out to DBZ Foils because they have nice hookups with all the bling that you need. So if you want bling, go to DBZ Foils. So again, until next time on the training room, this is MrWaffles, and we're signing out.